Nabil Abuznaid is the former chief of the PLO mission in Washington. He joins us now for more. There is that question of legitimacy. What is Mahmoud Abbas's legitimacy right now? There are people in his own party who have refused to take part in this current government that he declared unilaterally the other day. Does he have legitimacy? Who's he speaking on behalf of?
He's speaking on behalf of the Palestinians. He's still the elected president, and there were some kind of observation about the new government, and there's some discussion to end that.
Right, but I mean, he is in a difficult position right now. You do wonder whether a great deal of what Mahmoud Abbas is thinking about, perhaps what Barack Obama is thinking about, is trying to get Abbas's authority re-established over the Palestinians. Perhaps, you know, by freezing settlements and so on, so that these elections can take place and Fatah can take over Gaza once again, perhaps, democratically.
Well, I think the Israelis sometimes who discredit the president when they don't give him nothing. So if the Palestinians, the Palestinian leader Abbas now, President Abbas, gets at least the Israelis to stop settlements, I think that would be the biggest achievements we got in the last 20 years or so within this occupation. So he's trying his best, and I can see why people are criticizing a president who are still trying to stop the Israelis from grabbing the land.
But there are questions about his democratic legitimacy.
Well,
if he's a person who's in power because people don't really accept that.
He's proposing a new election in January.
Right, but there are also some murky reasons. I mean, you know, should he still be president right now?
You know how the issue is. We have our constitution saying we should have presidential election and legislative election in one day. So after the late Arafat died, we had 1 year gap between the legislative and the president.
Right. But I mean,
so how can we work it out?
He's appointed a prime minister. Yeah, but the point is a lot of this stuff has to go through legislative elections. He's always refusing to do that. I mean, it's...
No, he's
a
not
murky
refusing. In fact, he's calling for elections.
Right.
He's calling for elections in January. Let Hamas take it and let them come for elections.
Wouldn't it have done a great deal for unity between Hamas and Fatah if he had come out and said, look, settlements are important, but why didn't he mention the siege? He could have said, look, we have to stop this crippling siege today. I mean, wouldn't that have done a great deal for unity? Why? I mean, this is what's happening today. We have reports every day of people suffering now, Palestinian brothers and sisters of yourself.
Yes, I think we're saying this. We are talking about it. We are asking that we should have all the aid going to Gaza. We are asking the Israelis should...
This would have been a good platform, though, wouldn't it? I mean, did he miss it?
Yes, it was mentioned to President Obama today, and we should end the siege of Gaza, and we should have our freedom of movement, and we should have the West Bank and Gaza united as Palestinian areas. But we have a problem within the Palestinian when Hamas took over Gaza by force.
Right.
When people take people...
Well, once again, though, we know that the Fatah had hatched a coup with the State Department. David Rose is reporting in Vanity Fair. Mohammed Dalan getting arms and weapons from the US in order to preemptively overthrow Hamas before the elections.
I don't buy that.
Right.
Just to do something because someone was thinking to take over by force. You are talking about democracy, and they should wait and win elections and live in democracy. But thinking someone would control them, then they take over in a military way when we lose hundreds of people in one day. I don't think that's acceptable also.
I suppose the reason to rehash some of these arguments is because, I mean, this is all very well to have Obama and Mahmoud Abbas have a meeting of minds at the White House when the Palestinian political framework is just so fragile, so murky, and so on. I mean, obviously, Abbas now is hitching his wagon to Obama coming through with his promise to pressure Israel to stop settlement expansion. Are you getting any guarantees?
Why they can't support the president in stopping settlements? I can't see a Palestinian. Well, he's trying to stop settlements.
Right.
Why someone could be critical of a Palestinian leader is trying to stop this cancer of taking our lands, and to be critical of him at the same time.
As we just heard, to stop settlement activity will be a major...
Well, we should support the president in this. We have differences with the president.
I think to stop settlement activity will be a major achievement, but I suppose, Abbas, it's key now to Abbas's credibility in the future and in any upcoming elections. Are you getting any guarantees from Washington that they'll come through on this?
This credibility, it's taken by the Israelis. President Arafat, who signed the agreement, he was under siege, and they said he is not partner. The Israelis are looking for excuses because they don't want to deliver. They don't want to leave the Palestinian territories. They are saying the Palestinian leader is weak. They are saying we have a terrorist organization in Gaza and there is no one to talk to. They are saying the other part. that the Palestinian leader is weak in the West Bank. They should not. They should support him when he is talking in ending the Israeli settlement, ending the Israeli occupation, demanding a Palestinian state. I can see why they should come today and be critical of someone demanding the Palestinian rights when the mood, the international community, the American administration saying, yes, they should stop settlements. Settlements is the cancer eating us every day. And we should, Hamas, they should come and say, we support the president in his move to stop settlements. Also, we have differences with him. We understand. There is no perfect society. You know, the American society, they have Republicans and Democrats. In all society, they have differences. But today, they should support the president in his activities in Washington to stop these settlements.
Dr. Abuznaid, thank you very much.
Thank you. Well, I didn't, come to talk about Hamas.
Well, I think mainly. It's a big part of what sort of Palestinian state you're actually building.
Yeah.
But we'll have to end it there, I'm afraid. We'll talk another time.